Okay, we're going to show you how to cook Collards-Southern style. This is our first collard harvest of 2011. Yeah, 2011. And you see we have 3 bags here that we've harvested over the last week or so that have been in the refrigerator. And we're going to show you how to cook them so they'll be delicious. Okay, here's the head cook. We have a pot with some hot oil, not too hot, and she has put in the garlic and the onions. What else?
That's all.
Garlic and onions. And we're trying to get those sauteed. We just want to cook them until they turn translucent. And then we'll put some more stuff in there. We ran out of ham bone. We used it all in other stuff that we cook, so we went and bought a couple of small hams today, and I cut the bones out and some small pieces. So we have these ham pieces to go in there. Some folks like to put bacon, thick sliced bacon, or fat back into their collards, but I don't particularly like that. I like the collards with some ham in it, and this is smoked ham, so it's going to add a little bit of smoky flavor to it. We also have some of the skin cut off from the ham as well. So we have the bone and a few little pieces of ham and a few little pieces of skin, and that'll go in later.
Alright, we get through cooking this onions and garlic down. I'll put the ham in, let it cook for a while. Add some salt and pepper. Then I've got to get a little bit of sugar and a little bit of vinegar and put in here. Let that cook, and then when I get ready to put the collards in, I'm going to pour some chicken broth over it and let it all sit and cook for about an hour.
Now y'all have heard of the New Yankee Workshop. This is the New Yankee Kitchen. Cheryl's a Yankee from Ohio, and we're going to teach you how to cook Southern collards. Yeah, she's been here a long time and she's learned a lot, so you better listen to her.
Alright, in goes the ham and the ham bone with a little bit of fat. I know, artery clogging, but it's delicious. I use sea salt because I like the flavor of it better.
It's also better for you.
And that's about a tablespoon, and then I got a half a teaspoon of pepper. Mix that all up.
Okay, we've covered it. We're going to let it simmer a little bit before we put the collards in. Collards are on the stove cooking. Uh-oh. Looks like Mama's getting a little bold here. We got some hot sauce. I'm guessing she's going to put it in the collards. And then over here on the other side, we have vinegar. I'm not a real fan of vinegar and collards, but so what? We'll see how it all works out. Okay, here we go. We're putting these collards in there. These collards were washed very well because collards tend to get a lot of dirt on them from rain splashing up. So we washed them really well, left a little bit of water, droplets on the leaves, put them in the refrigerator. And they've been in the refrigerator for, I don't know, a few days, but they were okay. We have a scale. We probably should have weighed them all. But we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants right now. Collards cook down a lot. So what you're going to see is as we get the collards in here, they're going to be sticking out over the top. And we're going to have to push them down with the lid. But when they cook, they'll cook down a lot. We'll keep them stirred, and they'll look okay. They'll do okay. But there'll be a lot less collards than those 3 bags full.
Alright, We're adding about a tablespoon of sugar. Sprinkle it around. Alright, I'm adding about a teaspoon of vinegar.
No more. That's a good amount.
Oh, hush. Alright, I never tried this. I'm going to try just a dash of this Louisiana hot sauce.
She's such a courageous cook.
2 drops.
2 drops? In that big old pot? You won't even be able to taste it.
See if we can get some of this mixed down. And then I'm going to add some chicken broth to it.
So you haven't added the chicken broth yet?
No, I haven't. It's kind of frozen, so we're trying to wait for it to thaw a little bit.
Well, it'll thaw in that hot pot, I think. If you're going to use all of it, I'd just dump it in there. This is chicken broth, homemade chicken broth that we made last year, put in the freezer. It's made from a couple of fryers or broilers or something that we cooked to death and then poured the broth off and fed the meat to the cat.
Really should have thawed it first.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
We'll just leave it on low temperature and let it warm up good, cover it. Let it get happy.
All right, you sound like Emerald. Let the food get happy.
Yeah. Clean up my mess.
That's the tough part. You always have to clean up, don't you? Here's what the pot looks like with the frozen stock in it. Chicken broth. All the collards. All the goodies on the bottom of the pot. Cheryl doesn't know it, but I'm going to sneak in here and I'm going to put some more of this hot sauce in there. 2 drops ain't going to get it, so I'm just going to put a little more. That ought to help nicely. You know, she likes vinegar, and hot sauce is like 90% vinegar, so she ought to be happy, right?
Medium low.
And you can see that I just opened that up. The chicken broth is still a hard ball in there, but it's melting slowly. And you can see how much the collards have cooked down just in a little bit of time. They're not even half the pot now. Okay, it's been a little bit less than an hour and they've cooked down nicely. You can see the meat. I stirred them a little bit so you can see the water that's in there, the liquid. Oh, it's fogging up my camera.
Chicken broth, not water.
Chicken broth. And finally our collards are done. We open the lid, look down inside, and boy don't they look good. So we'll serve them up into a bowl right now. Now there's only 2 of us, so we're not going to put the whole pot in this bowl. But they sure do look good. We're going to get some ham pieces and some ham bone and some collards. And they are really going to look good. Look at that. Isn't that great? Southern style collards. Still crisp, not too overcooked. A few jalapenos chopped up. Some wonderful, wonderful cornbread. And I'm going to get my pork chops off the grill. So try your collards, see how you do. If you don't like them with ham, try them with bacon, try them with some other stuff. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.
Watch for more videos on how to cook Southern style.